Spiritual awakening, a profound journey towards self-discovery and enlightenment, is a path that often gleams with the promise of inner peace, bliss, and eternal serenity. But what we often fail to grasp is that the spiritual journey is not without trials and tribulations. In this video, we'll delve into the seldom-discussed challenges that accompany the quest for spiritual awakening that can lead to devastating consequences. The first dark side effect of spiritual awakening is the unveiling of inner turmoil. As you embark on your spiritual journey, you might come face to face with a plethora of emotions, unresolved traumas, or concealed fears that have long resided deep within your inner self. This particular phase is undeniably crucial on the road to spiritual enlightenment, although it often resembles a turbulent storm before the serenity that follows. St. John of the Cross, a renowned spiritual figure, offers valuable insights into the challenging aspects of the spiritual journey. His teachings on the dark night of the soul have been a source of inspiration for many seeking enlightenment and a deeper connection with the divine. The dark night of the soul represents a crucial phase on the path to enlightenment. It's a time when you may feel lost, as if you've strayed from your spiritual path and disconnected from the divine presence you've been seeking. St. John's teachings encourage us to view this phase as a necessary crucible, a process through which the impurities of the ego are gradually burnt away. This purification process may be uncomfortable and challenging, but it ultimately leads to the revelation of your true self. St. John's teachings resonate with people because they remind us that the journey towards spiritual awakening is not always smooth and blissful. It's a path that involves confronting our inner demons and facing our deepest fears. Through these trials, we gain a deeper understanding of our true essence, allowing us to emerge from the darkness with a stronger connection to the divine and a clearer sense of self. St. John's wisdom continues to guide and inspire those on their spiritual journeys, offering hope and guidance during the turbulent, dark night of the soul. During this phase, it is not uncommon to experience profound sadness, anxiety, and a sense of inner chaos. It's as if your whole being is screaming for attention, demanding that you confront the unresolved issues and wounds that have been buried deep within. This process can be unsettling, but it is a necessary part of the journey. The lotus flower parable is a timeless metaphor that beautifully illustrates the idea of inner turmoil as a necessary part of our spiritual journey. This story highlights the resilience and beauty that can emerge from challenging and murky circumstances, much like the lotus flower's growth in muddy waters. As we delve deeper into this metaphor, we come to understand that our inner turmoil, akin to the muddy waters, serves as the fertile ground for our spiritual development. Instead of fearing or avoiding this inner chaos, we are encouraged to embrace it, recognizing that it is from this very turmoil that the seeds of enlightenment can sprout and flourish. Just as the lotus rises above the muck to reveal its pristine beauty, our own spiritual growth can transcend the chaos within, ultimately leading us to a place of greater wisdom, clarity, and inner peace. It's important to remember that these inner struggles are not a sign of regression or failure on your spiritual path. They are the inevitable side effect of confronting the deep-seated issues that have held you captive for so long. The challenges you face during your spiritual awakening are not a punishment, but rather a sign of progress. As Rumi eloquently put it, the wound is the place where the light enters you. Embrace your wounds and allow the light to enter your life. So how can you navigate this tumultuous phase with grace and resilience? Firstly, be gentle with yourself. Understand that these inner challenges are part of the process and are there to help you grow. Seek the support of mentors, spiritual guides, or a trusted friend who can provide guidance and a listening ear during your journey. Remember that even the greatest mystics face their own dark nights of the soul and emerge stronger and wiser. Secondly, consider incorporating mindfulness and meditation practices into your daily routine. These tools can help you observe and acknowledge your inner turmoil without judgment, creating space for healing and transformation. By staying present with your emotions and thoughts, you can learn valuable lessons about yourself and your spiritual path. Finally, in order to master this first side effect, remind yourself of the ultimate goal of spiritual awakening, to attain inner peace and enlightenment. The storms that arise within you are like the waves of the ocean. They may toss and turn you, but beneath the surface there is a profound stillness. Your spiritual journey is a voyage to that deep, serene center of your being. In the next part of this journey, we will explore the second dark side effect of spiritual awakening. While the path to spiritual enlightenment can be a solitary one, it also intersects with the world of human connections, presenting its own unique set of trials. Remember, every challenge you face is a stepping stone toward the light, and every test is a lesson on the path to spiritual awakening, for it is in darkness that stars shine the brightest. As you progress on your spiritual journey, the second dark side effect of spiritual awakening often becomes evident: the challenge of navigating relationships. This phase can be both a source of profound transformation and a crucible of trials, as you find yourself re-evaluating your connections with others in light of your newfound awareness. Spiritual awakening often triggers a shift in your perspective, values, and priorities. Your old ways of relating to people and the world may no longer align with your evolving consciousness. This can lead to feelings of isolation, confusion, and even conflicts with those who do not share your spiritual journey. The famous poet, philosopher, and mystic Rumi beautifully expressed the essence of this challenge. Do not be satisfied with the stories that come before you. Unfold your own myth. When you embark on a spiritual awakening, you are indeed unfolding your own myth, and it may diverge from the narratives of those around you. The parable of the blind men and the elephant serves as a powerful analogy for the transformation of relationships during one's spiritual journey. In this age-old story, several blind men encounter an elephant for the first time and attempt to describe the creature based on the parts they touch. Each blind man's perspective is valid, reflecting their unique sensory experience, but it is also inherently incomplete. One touches the elephant's trunk and describes it as a snake, while another feels its ear and likens it to a fan. In the context of relationships and spiritual growth, this parable illustrates how each person's evolving perspective may lead to various interpretations of their connections with others. As you progress on your spiritual journey, your outlook on life and relationships may undergo significant changes that others may not fully grasp or appreciate. This can result in miscommunications and misunderstandings as your priorities, values, and beliefs shift. Just as the blind men's descriptions of the elephant were accurate from their individual standpoints, your evolving perception of relationships is authentic and valid, even if it differs from others' viewpoints. It is essential to embrace these differences and strive for open and empathetic communication to foster understanding and connection in the ever-changing landscape of relationships. It's crucial to approach this challenge with patience, compassion, and understanding. Remember that everyone is on their unique journey, and what resonates with you may not resonate with others. Instead of imposing your newfound beliefs on others, seek common ground, engage in open dialogue, and foster an environment of respect and acceptance. The path of navigating relationships during a spiritual awakening requires discernment. You may find yourself drawn to like-minded individuals who support your growth and share your values. However, you may also encounter resistance and skepticism from people in your life. This resistance is a testament to the profound transformation you are undergoing, much like the caterpillar's metamorphosis into a butterfly. Embrace the struggle as an opportunity for your relationships to evolve and adapt to the new you. In times of conflict and tension, remember to draw upon your inner wisdom and the spiritual tools you've acquired. Meditation, mindfulness, and the practice of empathy can be invaluable resources. By fostering self-awareness and emotional intelligence, you can better navigate the complexities of your relationships. When confronted with challenges in relationships, consider asking yourself, what lessons do these interactions hold for me? How can I maintain authenticity while respecting the individual paths of others? How can I be a source of light and inspiration in their lives without imposing my beliefs? In the final part of this journey, we will explore the third dark side effect of spiritual awakening. Remember that the challenges you encounter are not roadblocks but stepping stones towards the realization of your true self. Embrace the journey, for it is through the trials that we become the alchemists of our own souls. In the realm of spiritual awakening, the encounter with the ego is the third and final dark side effect that nobody will tell you about. Your ego, that ever-present sense of self, is like a cunning adversary that has been silently guiding your actions and reactions throughout your life. This confrontation can be the most challenging, but it is also the most pivotal on your path to true enlightenment. The ego is like the deceptive mirage in the desert, promising fulfillment in the pursuit of worldly desires and validation. It thrives on identification with your roles, possessions, and the relentless chatter of the mind. Famous mystics like Eckhart Tolle have emphasized the importance of transcending the ego, recognizing it as a source of suffering and separation from your true self. Confronting the ego is akin to the parable of the Tower of Babel. In this story, people's ego-driven ambition led to their division and the confusion of their language. The ego's constant need for self-importance and separation can lead to conflicts within and around you, making it a formidable opponent on the path to spiritual awakening. To confront the ego, you must begin by recognizing its presence and its subtle influence on your thoughts, emotions, and actions. The ego feeds on attachment to the past and anxiety about the future, creating a constant cycle of dissatisfaction and unrest. This is the very antithesis of the inner peace and serenity you seek. The ego is a master of self-deception. It often disguises itself as your authentic self, obscuring the truth. To pierce this illusion, you must turn inward and delve deep into self-inquiry. Ask yourself, who am I beyond my name, my roles, and my thoughts? This is the fundamental question that spiritual seekers have contemplated for centuries. During your spiritual journey, you may find your ego resisting the changes and challenges you encounter. It may cling to familiar patterns and identities, creating inner conflict and self-doubt. This is the ego's last stand, trying to maintain its hold on you. However, the ego is not your enemy. It is your teacher. It is the voice that reminds you of your human vulnerability and guides you to confront your deepest fears and insecurities. In the words of the mystic Meister Eckhart, the ego is the veil between humans and God. By peeling back this veil, you can uncover the divine essence that resides within you. To confront the ego with courage and grace, practice self-awareness and mindfulness. Observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, as if you were an impartial witness. When you shine the light of awareness on the ego's tactics, its power begins to wane. Meditation, as championed by mystics such as Buddha and the Dalai Lama, can be a powerful tool in the battle against the ego. It allows you to transcend the incessant chatter of the mind and connect with the stillness at your core, where the ego's influence diminishes. It's important to remember that the confrontation with the ego is not a one-time battle, but an ongoing process. Like peeling the layers of an onion, you may encounter deeper aspects of the ego as you progress on your spiritual journey. This is a sign of growth and transformation, not regression. In conclusion, the challenges and struggles on the path to spiritual awakening are not to be feared but embraced. These dark side effects, the unveiling of inner turmoil, the transformation of relationships, and the confrontation with the ego, are the fires through which you are purified and reborn. They are the stepping stones to the realization of your true self and the connection to the divine. Remember, every great mystic, sage, and spiritual leader faced their own trials and tribulations. Just as the lotus emerges from the muddy waters, so too can you rise above the challenges and blossom in the radiance of your spiritual enlightenment. The journey may be arduous, but the destination is worth every step. Embrace the darkness, for it is through darkness that the brightest stars are revealed.